So we've had a lot of deals, you and I, with a lot of different lawyers. Everybody has to use a lawyer for a real estate transaction. Tell me what the importance is of a good lawyer and why you hope you never have to use him in a bad situation.
Okay, so real estate lawyers are completely different. Like you can go to a place and it's like a high-end, high-rise, downtown, beautiful, like something you'd see on TV. And then the next one you walk in and it's in his basement with a real estate attorney. You know, like they're so diverse.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
On what their product is. The job, you know, can be very simple for them on a real estate thing, but they have to be diligent, right? A lot of real estate attorneys deal with a ton of files. They won't even look at your deal until 24 hours before you come in for the meeting. Mm-hmm. Right? There's a lot of things that can go wrong between the time that you get an accepted offer and you have that meeting with a lawyer that they need to be on top of.
So you wouldn't suggest when someone writes an offer, should I call my lawyer and talk to them? 2 months before closing?
Maybe not 2 months before closing. It's okay to call your lawyer and be like, hey,
how much
these are the conditions that I'm putting in. Is this wording correct? Right? If there's any like non-standard terms, definitely check in what the pricing is, check on what their procedure is, who's the point of contact, because let's be honest, the paralegals or legal assistants do a ton of the work, right? You want to have a contact name for that, to be sending information to, who the bank representative needs to send financing documents to, who the lawyer needs to contact, the realtor needs to contact, stuff like that. But you know, not all real estate attorneys are cut from the same cloth. They're definitely not.
And a lot of them aren't even real estate attorneys.
No.
They're
litigation
lawyers.
attorneys,
yeah.
Or you know, they do real estate on the side because it's a very easy, quick transaction.
You want a specialist.
Yeah, you're thinking like a real estate transaction from a cost side of things is anywhere between $800 and $1,500, and they literally do 2 hours worth of work on that file. That is really good turnover for them. So like a litigation attorney or a criminal attorney that's gonna do your deal because your father used him 20 years ago, but he only does 5 real estate deals a year, might not be the guy. You wanna go to a guy that specializes in real estate, does these deals every single day, has relationships with title office, RPR companies, compliance office, other realtors, you know, somebody that could get stuff done, and it's probably gonna be the same cost.
Yeah, and the realtor is actually the one that makes the nightmare for the lawyer.
Yes.
The way we structure these contracts is what actually drives lawyers nuts and drives your price up for that lawyer.
Absolutely, yeah. I just think you just have to be more, your realtor has to be diligent. You have to put the right team together to buy your biggest asset. I think it's a very important thing. Don't rush into it. Don't just think of it as like you're going to the Ford dealership to buy a Ford Focus. That's not how it should be put together.
I had a file once where the lawyer was not a real estate lawyer.
Yeah.
And it was a family friend of mine, and there was a problem on the RPR with the shed. On my end, I was new. It was my mistake. I didn't notice there was a shed on the side of this house. It's a tiny little shed, like pinned against the house with like a nail. Yeah. One nail made it attached to the house. That's good, yeah. Because of that nail and this shed being attached to the house, all of a sudden the shed appears at closing. Hey, there's a shed. It's not on the real property report. We need new real property. It was a big mess.
Non-compliant, yeah.
Non-compliant. This problem went on for 2 years over a little Home Depot shed pinned to the wall. And at that point, like the buyer moving in, they're like, I don't want to deal with this, deal with the lawyers.
Yeah.
Now we got 2 lawyers arguing over a shed they've never seen, and 2 years go by.
and not
before
money.
It really closes fully.
And money not being given up.
Money not being fully funded.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it does happen, right? That's why you got to be diligent. Like I said, it's a very important word in our industry, and you know, a lot of people don't do it.